Welcome to class. I'm Professor Hodgson. Hodgson. But you can call me Trevor. I have been accredited by the Cosmic Library to present to you a tutorial for the adventure game of life. TAGL. TAGL. I have a super exciting lesson planned. Today, we're going to examine the framework of TAGL. I love this game. TAGL is the most fun game I've ever played. You're going to love it. Trev, did you do the reading? What? Oh yeah, just a second. And yeah, I read it. All right, Trev. Do you want to read the game objective? I just did that, dude. I meant, oh, never mind. What do you think about the game objective? All right, it tells me I'm playing TAGL with a bunch of other players, but I'm in it for myself until I figure it out. Then once we know how to play individually, we all move into unity and play the next level together. Excellent. That's a really good answer, Trev. You're absolutely right. We start in the same world, but we're all alone until we unify and start the next level together. But how do we unify? Well, that's the fun part. We unify by playing the game, which brings us to the TAGL gameplay. First part, the maze. Whatever, Trevor, are you paying attention? Of course I am. Well then, maybe you can explain the first part of the gameplay, the maze. Sure, whatever, man. What it's saying is that we're playing on our own path. We cannot see that path, but it's there. And there are many paths we can follow. Pathways are unreliable, unnecessary, and unpredictable. And then it says we're all wandering around different mazes, but we can try and help each other. Well, look at that. You were paying attention. That is a superb answer. You left out one thing. What is the value of making a map? Even if the maze changes, drawing a map will give me a basic reference to where I've been and where I am. That would help me find my way around and avoid going down dead ends or pathways I've already traveled. It would also mark locked areas that I might need to return to with a key. Wow, you really are paying attention. Another superb answer. That's precisely correct. Without a map, it's easy to lose track and end up wandering around lost. Anything else? It says we can share maps, but that might not help. Basically, it's telling me I'm on my own path. We can ask for help or offer to help other players by sharing our maps, but that's no guarantee. Perfect. Well said. All right, that brings us to the next section. If we can't rely on cartography, we will need something else. Any ideas? Well, I reckon we're going to need the sun and the stars. That's an interesting answer, Cowboy Trev. Can you elaborate on that, please? See, the thing is, when I'm wandering the trails, it's the sun and the stars that tell me what direction I'm headed so I ain't gonna get lost. I suppose what I'm saying is you need some reliable navigation tools. That is very astute. And how does that relate to TAGL? Well, you see right there, the navigational tools are the next section in the TAGL's player manual. No, I mean, yes, you're correct. But I was referring to what type of navigational tools do we have for navigating TAGL? Well, Teach, didn't you do the reading? It says we all get a compass, a guide, and a proximity sensor. Those tell us which direction we're headed, guide us to the best path, and let us know where we are in relation to everything else. That's the default set of tools, but it also says we can collect or develop a bunch of other navigation tools. And how do you relate to those basic navigation tools? Well, let me ponder on that for a spell. The compass is like that gut feeling that comes up if I'm doing some sketchy shit. It guides me through it safely. The guide, well, that would be that little voice that told me not to do that sketchy shit, then laughs when I fall on my face. The proximity sensor, it just tells me if I'm falling behind and I need to catch up. Then it gets weird and kind of vague. Special tools, that don't tell me much. Cowboy Trev, that was a well thought out answer. Maybe you could say stuff instead of shit. Keep thinking what those special abilities are. Well, now that I ponder about it, that could be like my granddaddy. That man never needed a map and he never got lost. He just seemed to know which way to go. For that matter, he seemed to know all kinds of things. I asked him one day how he knew all those things. He looked at me right in the eye and without even flinching he said, "Boy, I'm magic." That's my psychic ability. My sixth sense, they call it. I just know shit. Sorry, his word, not mine. Stuff. He just knew stuff. I reckon those special tools are like my granddaddy's sixth sense. I think you're exactly right. I think those special abilities are what we call clairvoyant abilities. Claire who? Clairvoyance is an ability that goes beyond our five senses and is unexplainable. People with clairvoyant abilities sometimes seem superhuman or magical. We don't understand the sixth sense, but we can't deny that it exists. Excellent. If those are our special navigation tools, why do you think we all have different special navigation tools? Well, I reckon if we have to travel different trails and we need different maps, then we might need different navigation tools. If we want to reach this unity, we're going to have to see everybody's maps to put together the whole maze. Some of us will need to map out unique trails that require special tools. Different trails, different maps for different jobs. Y'all gonna need the right tools. Thank you, Cowboy Trev. You explained that eloquently. Whoa, 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 hang on there, partner. Did you just call me an elephant? No, not at all. I said eloquently, which means your explanation was well put together, articulate, and accurate. That leaves only the ultimate navigation tool for creating pathways. What do you think that could be? Well, if I had to guess, then I reckon the ultimate navigational tool would be my imagination. I suppose if I can imagine a path or a trail, then maybe that trail becomes real in my maze. Yeah, I think that ultimate navigational tool is my imagination. I completely agree. I think our imagination is probably the most powerful tool we have. In fact, you used your imagination to imagine the answer was imagination. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, Mr. Hodgson, it's nice of you to join us. Sorry, dude. I must have slept in or something. I don't know, man. Better late than never, I guess. Did you at least do the readings? You mean this TAGL thing? Oh wait, that's the wrong book. This TAGL thing. Yeah, dude. This is really neat. You've completely missed the game objective and the first two sections of gameplay. Mazes and navigational tools. Well, dude, that's because I have my own unique paths to follow. Like this morning, my special navigational tool led me on a little detour, man. No worries. There's always lots of paths to the same destination. And I got here, didn't I? What's next? See, I wasn't late at all, dude. I arrived just in time. This is the part that I want to discuss. That's the beauty of TAGL. We might be on different paths, but we're all playing the same game, man. Are you starting to see why I love TAGL? I made some notes. The key to playing TAGL is understanding the keys, dude. Get it? Keys. See, the way it works is TAGL is full of obstacles. Those obstacles are like locked doors. To get over those obstacles or through those doors, you need to have the right key or keys. Suppose I arrive late for class. Professor Hodgson could get angry at me, but that's not going to help anything. So, that's not the correct key for the situation. In this case, to get on with the lesson, Professor Hodgson had to pull out one of his forgiveness keys. Forgiveness keys are like single-use keys. They're special for specific situations. The key is to figure out when and where to use which keys. Nobody wants to be stuck in front of a locked door that they don't have the key to while some nasty storm is coming at them. This is why we must be vigilant and observe to pick up all the keys we can find. These keys are like attributes that we develop or lessons that we learn. The most effective way to acquire keys is to find them yourself. The keys don't come with instructions, so sometimes you need to figure out how they work. This is where we can help out other players. You might have the key to patience, but you don't know how to use it. I have a patience key, and I use it frequently. It's advantageous. I can help you by providing a copy of my patience key or by explaining how I use it. However, what works for me might not work for you. I should still try to help, and you should still try the key. If my key doesn't work for you, then simply discard it, man. Then look for additional keys independently. As you develop attributes like patience, kindness, or discernment, these become keys that you can use to get through locked doors. Some keys are made up of other keys. My tolerance key consists of patience, understanding, empathy, and sympathy. Your tolerance key might include ingredients that I don't need. Some of these keys are extremely powerful. Laughter, play, fun are like magic keys that can get us out of feeling lost or stuck. Creating, building, and art can also teleport you back to your best path. Then there's the perspective key. This is a potent key that allows us to see the possibilities of the forks in the road. The two special keys available to all of us that will work for everyone are appreciation and gratitude. In TAGL, these keys lift us and open up unknown pathways. Also, these two keys light up when we're feeling good or on the right path. They act as extended compasses, telling us when we're headed in the right direction. Finally, learning is the key mechanism, and it illuminates the keys for you to find. All right, dudes, that's what I wrote down. So I hope you get my point. Again, I'm sorry for being late. I do want to be here for this. Stoner Trev, I may have underestimated you. Thank you for that detailed explanation. That was very well considered and expressed. Apparently, you did show up right on time. Oh, crap. I gotta go get a key, man. I'll see you dudes tomorrow. Excuse me, Mr. Hodgson. We're not done the lesson yet. Sorry, dude. One of my special navigational tools just told me there's a path opening up, but I have to go right now so I can get a key. I'm sorry if that upsets you. You can have a copy of my tolerance key if you want, but I gotta walk my own path right now. Now we get to the driving force of TAGL. Well, class, those were some fantastic answers. Thank you all very much. Except for Storm or Trev, who couldn't be bothered to attend the whole class. Well, that's okay. Let me introduce you to the Storm. I am the Storm. I am the Storm. I am coming after you. If you get stuck at one of those doors and you can't unlock it fast enough, I'm gonna body check you from behind right into that locked door. And when you fall on the ground, if you can't get up fast enough, I'm gonna stomp you to the ground. Then I'm gonna start running away. And if you can't grab the tassels and come along with me, I'm just gonna leave you there, lying in your own misery. And I'm gonna go off and chase other players, because I'm the Storm. I will do this gleefully. I will do it joyfully, because this is my job as the Storm, to chase the players, to make them move, to make them find those paths. And if you find the right path, I will never catch you. If you get lost, here I come. I am the Storm. So that's what's chasing you. That's what's happening here. What the? Hang on, I'm not done yet. Just when you think you lost me, just when you think I'm not behind you anymore, I'm gonna jump out in front of you. I'm gonna deliver a hip check, send you flying in the air, and watch you crash behind me as I run past, gleefully laughing. I am the Storm! I am the Storm! I am the Storm! Ooh, 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 ooh. I got this. FWP World Trash Talking Champion is here today to handle this one. Storm, you don't scare me in the least. I know you. You're nothing but a bunch of hot air. All I see is an exaggerated promo for a propulsion system. Storm, I know you. You're a force of nature. You're nothing more than the wave that I surf. You're nothing more than the gravity that pulls me downhill when I'm snowboarding. You're nothing more than the wind that pushes me when I'm riding my bicycle. You don't scare me in the least. Bring it on. This is going to be fun. A never-ending battle. If I have to battle those waves to surf back in, if I have to climb that hill to snowboard back down, if I have to battle that wind and wait for it to turn around and push me, you better believe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do so gleefully and joyfully. So Storm, bring it on. Let's play. Because you ain't nothing more than another force of nature for me to play with. You remind me of the bully on my elementary school playground. When we played tag, you were always it. Because you were too slow and dumb to catch anybody. Sound familiar, Storm? So tag, you're it. But you ain't never gonna catch me, Storm, because I am the one of a kind, the FWP World Trash Talking Champion. We'll see you in that game. All right, that's it. That's the adventure game of life, TAGL, in a nutshell. Note that the TAGL Player's Manual is for informational purposes only and may be incomplete, inaccurate, or incompatible with your map, navigational tools, keys, and/or Storm. Let the adventure begin. I hope you all have wonderful, fun adventures, because that's what TAGL is all about. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful TAGL day.
From the Cosmic Library comes the adventure game of life, TAGL. Let the adventure begin!